Thanks for tuning in. We've got a Benyar today, and it's an older model. So if you go searching on Pagani Design's official website in China, it won't be listed there because this was released before they started doing a proper website. But you may find it on AliExpress, and I'll link the description, or I'll link in the description where I bought this as well as my own eBay store. So if you want to buy one, you'll have a few options. Outer slipcase, which is nice but not necessary. Magnetic flip top box. We've got the top phone. We've got a user manual, which, let's be honest, you're not going to read. The warranty card that you will get is unsigned, but I filled mine out because I want to keep track of when I bought this and from where I bought it, Benyar Factory Store. We've got a Benyar logoed polishing cloth. We've got a Benyar hang tag, which, I wish they'd stop making these. We don't need more plastic in our landfills. And because this one's supplied on a strap, it comes in a bag, so I don't have to fiddle with any of that annoying plastic. So, out of the box, it's quite nice. I mean, it's a very attractive watch. We've got applied indices, we've got applied 12 and 6, we've got a date window at the 3 o'clock position. It's an automatic movement, which you can see, and apparently it's a Seagull 2813, which is based on a Miyota 8215. There's also some info or some comments on the internet that suggest that the Seagull 2813 is a clone of the ETA. I don't know if that's true. I'm not a movement geek, so maybe you can comment below as to whether or not that's true. We've got a nice, I'm gonna give a shout out to Jody at Just One More Watch for this, what he calls toad leather. It says genuine leather, but it's not too stiff, but it's not super supple either. I will say this, you'll notice I've got some wear on the holes because I've been wearing it, and it does sit comfortably on the wrist. We've got one mobile keeper, one fixed keeper. The buckle has the Benyar logo signed on it, which is a nice touch. Moving on to the case. This is not stainless steel. This is an alloy. And I'll tell you how I can tell that. Well, one, because we all know now that Benyar is famous for saying it's stainless steel, but it isn't. And there's lots of YouTubers out there that have proven that it's alloy. But you can tell, I'm going to try and do a close-up here, but you can tell the finish quality right there. That's how, focus, that's how you know this is if it was real stainless, there wouldn't be that little hairline where the spring bar hole goes. Now it says stainless steel, but the screw down back is most likely stainless steel, whereas the case is alloy. Now, poo-poo what you want on alloy cases, but at least with magnetic boxes or even sources of magnetism like your laptop or your cell phone, the alloy case won't pick up magnetism, so the movement's won't be affected by that. We've got a signed crown, and the crown has some edging to it, so you can easily grab it. It is hacking. I'll pull that out and see stop. And it is hand winding. Now, one thing I noticed after a week on the wrist, even though I don't wear it 24/7. I put it on in the morning, and then take it off at the end of the night. I topped up the power reserve on Sunday when I first put it on my wrist, and I was surprised that in the middle of the night on Wednesday, 3 days later, it had stopped. So I had to top it up again, set it. Now, during that time, it kept perfect time. Same thing happened Last night. So Saturday night again. When I got up at in the morning, I slept in a bit for Saturday, and it had stopped. Now I don't know if it's because of my sedentary lifestyle. Guilty as charged. I do a lot of sitting, so I don't do a lot of moving around. So maybe that might be part of it. But at least the comfort of being able to hand wind it is good. So what I probably should have done is topped it up every night or topped it up every morning. And that's something that I've been finding with Chinese movements is some of them are good, and then others are not so good in that power reserve department. They state a 36-hour power reserve, but that might be that might be inaccurate. They say a beat rate of 21,600 beats per hour. That might be inaccurate too. 22 joules. They state an accuracy of plus to minus 60 seconds per day. That is accurate. I can say that for sure. Now, if we look at the dial, it's got a very nice texture. It's smooth around the circumference where the indices are, but in the middle there's a nice texture, and it's not a black dial. It's more of a charcoal gray dial. So it's you'll see in the wrist rolls and strap swaps that I do at the end of my videos, you can put any strap you want on this, and it's going to look good. 22 millimeter lug width. Well, let's get the calipers out and do some actual measurements, because we've gotten to the point where we don't even trust what they tell us anymore. So we've got a case width of 42 millimeters. And I already know the lug width is 22, but we'll just double check that. See, 22 millimeter lug width. We've got a thickness of 14.34. And we have a lug to lug of almost 50 millimeters. That probably explains why it's so comfortable on the wrist. Well, comfortable on my 7-inch wrist anyway. Now, getting back to the thickness, you'll note that there's a lot of distortion on this crystal, and it's a hardlex crystal. It can become really annoying because there's no AR, or at least not that I could see. I don't think there's any AR. It's a hardlex dome. Picks up a lot of smudges. Truth be told, I've been eating a lot of fried chicken this week, so maybe my hands were extra greasy. Who knows? It's also been very, very hot this week, so I've probably been sweating a lot. What else to say about this? It's cheap as chips. Now, Benyar is a sub-brand of Pagani. Think of Toyota Lexus. Benyar would be the Toyota, whereas Pagani would be the Lexus. Because the specs are not what Pagani would offer, you will get this at a lot less money, typically about half the price of a Pagani. I'm not going to mention dollars and cents here because it doesn't, if I were to mention it in my local currency, that wouldn't really mean anything to you if you're not local to me. So if you visit the links in the description, that'll give you the AliExpress pricing in your where you are in the world. I'll also, in my eBay store, I will have I'm not going to sell this one. I'm going to keep this one, but I will have a brand new one available for sale as you see it. Of course, the warranty card won't be signed, but if you want to add it to your collection, and if it's, that's the top end of your budget, highly recommended that you pick this up. Yeah, the number of days I wore this, I was trying to figure out what it's homaging, because we all know by now Benyar and Pagani, they don't really do original designs, with a few exceptions. So I believe it was on either Watch Crunch or Watch You Seek, someone mentioned that it looks a lot like a Tissot. and he gave the model number. As I'm shooting this, I can't remember what the name is, but I'll put it in on the screen. I'll also reference it at the beginning after I do the edit. But when he mentioned that and I looked at it, I went, "Oh yeah, that explains why it looks the way it does." I'm going to steal another one of Jody's sayings. The Pagani photocopier, or the Benyar photocopier, did its job. Overall, though, finish quality is what you would expect. Actually, it's better than what you would expect at this price point. I've had watches that are at this price point from other brands that are not this good. So I think if you did decide to add this to your collection, you would be happy, more than happy. And it's a very comfortable wear, very satisfying, doesn't call attention to itself, and it's relatively reliable. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I welcome your comments. Have yourself a great day and enjoy the pathetic loom shot to follow and the nice wrist rolls.
Dun, dun, dun.